former world and Olympic champion Taufik Hidayat up against C.Baxter, and of course then we'll have the second doubles and then the third singles. And of course in these group stages all 5 matches contested, but here is one of the great characters of world badminton, Taufik Hidayat, the 30-year-old from Bandung in Indonesia. Olympic champion, of course, in Athens in 2004, world champion in Anaheim in 2005. And my goodness, hasn't he served his country so well in Thomas Cup over the years. Well, a daunting prospect for C.Baxter, born in Winnipeg in Canada, the 26-year-old. And of course, Steen, now that it's 1-all in the overall tie, had it been 2-love to Indonesia, you wouldn't have given C.Baxter any hope at all. As it is, it's a tall order for him against such a great player as Taufik Hidayat.
He's so experienced in these kind of situations, and I think it's probably these situations that sort of keep him going. But still, can expect a good performance for Carl. It's his last international game as well, so he's playing his last international match tonight, unless England can beat Indonesia.
Yes, well, that's a big question mark, isn't it? Of course, for C.Baxter, it's his 15th appearance for England. Didn't get selected yesterday in the first of Group A matches against China. Perhaps rested for this particular encounter. Well, there you can see current world ranking of 12. The 30-year-old win-loss record for the year translates into 6 tournaments, 6 individual tournaments, that is, and the best so far in 2012 semi-final at the Swiss Grand Prix. He has achieved so much in his time: 2 consecutive Asian Games gold medals, and when you consider those tournaments 4 years apart, just as the Olympics are, well, he has had a remarkable career. Perhaps the one surprising statistic of Taufik Hidayat is the fact that he's only ever won 1 Super Series title. Well, for his opponent, 69 in the world ranking. He's up 1 place this week from last week's world ranking, 7-4. His win-loss record for the year. And of course, for C.Baxter, it was a big disappointment at the end of last year when he was taken off the program of the elite players. His chances of qualifying for the Olympics were thought to be too slim, and therefore taken off the top level of funding. And that perhaps is why he's made a decision that this will be his last international match. Well, 3rd meeting between these two. But Steen, I'm not sure we can read too much into their previous meetings, both of them back in 2009. First round of the French Open that year. It was 3 games, but I think perhaps Taufik Hidayat just too experienced for his opponent today.
Yeah, we don't quite know what kind of Taufik we're going to see today. I hope we're going to see a Taufik playing up to the level that he's been playing in 2012, but he had the later part of 2011, he really was in bad shape, losing amongst others to young Victor Axelsen. So luckily he's been playing a lot better in the recent months.
Indonesia to serve, love all, play.
Umpire David Turner just announcing the match to get underway.
One love.
Oh, that's good play. Well, you were saying we never quite sure what sort of Taufik Hidayat we're going to get on the day. When I was talking in the last match about Marcus Kido and Hendra Setiawan and saying what big tournament players they are, they've always produced the goods on the big stage, the Olympic Games, the World Championships, and that's very true of Taufik Hidayat as well.
It is. A remarkable thing about his stats, as you say, is that he's only won one Super Series, and you could say that the Super Series was introduced a little bit too late in his career.
3, love.
Been dominated by Lin Dan and Lee Chong-wei, but he's always been at his best at the very big events, the Worlds,
Service over.
Olympics, and
1, 3.
Thomas Cup.
Yes, in fact, it's World Championship record, 4 times a medalist, in fact a full set of medals, gold, silver and bronze.
Service
2 bronzes
over.
as far as
4,
Hidayat was concerned.
1.
Ben Beckman on the right. He's going to play the 3rd men's singles, the last of the 5 matches this evening.
Five, 1.
3号场地将进行阿姆斯杯 B 组第4场的比赛。俄罗斯队弗拉基米尔·马库夫对阵新西兰队鲁克·查尔斯·霍斯。
6, 1.
Well, the luck of the net cord. Lucky on that occasion, but Steen, overall, I mean, what is it that makes Taufik Hidayat just such a special player over the years? What are his real qualities?
I think there are of course numerous, but the most outstanding is his touch. Probably the player in the world with the best touch. We like to say the natural touch. Very, very strong in defense.
Well, right on cue, just demonstrates exactly what you're talking about. Just guiding the shuttle across court, having worked the rally, he's got the opening, and look at that, beautiful touch and skill.
His flat game is outstanding as well. His backhand is strong, and his attack is also good, because very often we see him attack, move towards the net, and sort of make a little deception so he can easily kill the next shot. So the only thing that sort of has been lacking during the last couple of years has been his physique.
Service
He does
over.
still have the most
2,
remarkable record, doesn't he?
7.
Because he's won a major title every year since 1998, when he won the Brunei Grand Prix, and that was one of the big tournaments at the time. As you've already mentioned, there was no Super Series at that stage. Super Series came in 2007. So he was 16 years old when he won his first major title, beating Dong Jiong, who of course was the Olympic silver medalist in that final. He's kept that record going by winning the Indian Grand Prix Gold event at the end of last year. So every year for 14 consecutive years, he's won at least one major title.
It's amazing.
It's incredible,
9,
isn't it?
2.
I've been seeing there's been some discussions on the internet forums who is the all-time greatest players, and definitely Taufik will be in the running for that title, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree. Also one of the great characters. You know, when he says something,
Service over.
everybody takes notice.
3, 9.
Courted controversy at some stages in his career.
He's walked out on a couple of occasions, as far as I remember.
And that's right, if my recollection is correct, I think it was in Hong Kong when he was playing against Lin Dan, and there was a line call he didn't like and
4.
withdrew from the match, and there was an instant, I believe, in Korea. But you know, all that aside, I mean, at the end of the day, of course, we don't condone bad behaviour, and you know, but doesn't tennis miss John McEnroe? And
Exactly.
5.
yeah,
I miss him.
and I don't for 1 minute suggest that Taufik Hidayat has ever behaved in the sort of manner of a John McEnroe, but he's been a character. He's been somebody who creates notice. Oh, that's good play from C.Baxter. Now, we talked a lot about Taufik Hidayat. What about Baxter? What are his qualities? To me, as a player, he's got nice movement around the court, but doesn't really seem to have any weapons that he can really hurt opponents with.
No, he has to rely on playing quite long rallies, and I was surprised to see him attack quite a bit in the beginning of this match, because I don't think that's the right solution against Taufik. Taufik would love to just stand in the middle court and return everything and sort of tease him into playing flat game and so on. So you should try to move him around and look for opportunities, but be aware that it might not be winners in the first or the second stroke. You might have to do several good strokes to win the rally.
Well, the players go to the mid-game interval in double quick time, just 7 minutes. And a 5-point advantage for Taufik Hidayat. I guess, though, Steen, the problem as far as C.Baxter is concerned, that if you try and play the rallies, obviously without attacking, you're going to have to play some clears. And if Taufik Hidayat is on form, he really has got a magnificent smash. Maybe not necessarily consistently the hardest smash, but his placement is so good.
Yeah, and he doesn't make many mistakes when he's in proper form. So he'll just follow up, and you're behind all the time, and that's really, really tough. You could say that in most aspects of the game,
11-6.
Baxter is quite a bit below Taufik, except for the physical part. So he has to try to make it physical.
Now, that's the touch that you were talking about at the net. First of all, on the defence, Taufik Hidayat just turning that shuttle. And then when he comes forward, he looks as if he's going to hit it one direction, hits the other.
Yeah, so the deception and is one quality that sort of divides the good players from the very best players. The very best players, they have deception in almost every stroke. And the other thing is the shot quality in the defense, for instance, but the general shot quality. Good players might be satisfied with just picking the smashes up, getting them over the net, but the very best players, they know that there has to be good quality in that shot, because otherwise you will still be in big trouble.
Yeah, so it's not just getting it back, it's getting it back with interest. Ah, no, that's
good shot
nicer.
there.
Service over. 7-13.
You can see the placement is really good. It doesn't really have to be that hard. It should just be quite close to the line without sort of jeopardizing anything by going directly after the line.
Well, you mentioned earlier on about the Taufik Hidayat backhand. Every time I watch it, it's just a joy. And I suppose that defensive shot just emphasising your point. It's not just getting it back, it's getting it back with interest.
Out.
It is.
Service over. 8-14.
It is these players, Taufik Hidayat, Peter Gade, Lee Chong-wei, and of course Lindan, actually Bao Chun-lai when he was playing. You want to see them play. They simply sell tickets because you know that this is absolutely top level.
Mop up, please. Line judge. Mop up. Mop, please.
I recognize that Chen Long is playing really well and creating good results, but I don't want to just want to see him play in the same manner as I want to see Taufik play and Lindan play and so on.
I understand exactly where you're coming from on that, because Chen Long uses his physicality very well, and that's his main asset, I suppose. Whereas there's watching somebody creative and beautiful in their style as well, and doing the unexpected at times is very, very exciting to watch. Oh, let's come back in.
16, 8.
And actually a good rally by C.Baxter here, because he was in good balance during the rally and was sort of able to follow through with Taufik. Good shot.
Yeah, very nice.
Service over. 9, 16.
We see Taufik a little bit more concentrated than we normally see him in Super Series matches where he's in front. 16-9. There's no gifts here.
Service over. 10, 17.
It's clever again, isn't it?
And that's what I like about him. He doesn't go for the first chance. He just makes it a little bit bigger. A very good shot, that one, and makes the chance even bigger, but it's a winner in itself. So otherwise it would have been a very, very short lift coming back from Carl. Could he have retrieved that one?
Goodness me.
Service
Rare unforced error on the defence there from Hidayat.
18.
Fantastic lift.
Yeah. Well, a complete miss hit earlier on in the rally.
18.
And C.Baxter got away with it. Yeah, I don't think the flat drives are a tactical answer against Taufik Hidayat. Yeah, it's amazing. Lovely angle once again, bringing up 8 game points for the Indonesian. Well, the last time he rushed forward to the net, he played a little block. That time, the fast push, always mixing it up. And the mixing up of pace and angles. Yeah, plumb on the line. Great call by the line judge. And the opening game, 21-12 in 15 minutes. Well, when he's in this sort of form, Steen, it's a joy to watch, isn't it, Taufik?
Yeah, it is. But we also have to consider that Carl might not be the strongest of opponents he's going to meet here, so we'll have to wait a little bit to decide what kind of form he's actually in. But it's been a pleasure to watch him playing this match, and especially the last shot where he pushes it. You see it there? No, that's the one he blocks. But the winner of the set is a push, and he just twists his grip a little bit, preventing the shuttle from going long. That's sort of his signature shot from the net.
Well, look at the overhead winners and the winners from the net from Taufik Hidayat. Far superior.
Second game. Love all. Play.
Oh, good shot.
Goodness.
Service over. 1. Love. Love.
Good start from Baxter here with some nice, quick attacking shots to the front court. It's one of the keys if he's to gather enough points to get a third set.
3. Love.
Well, the only previous time, or rather the last time that they've met previously twice, of course, both in 2009. It did go the full distance, and it was the second game that Baxter won. Oh, that's lovely. He's dictating the pace more at the start of this second game than he did in the first.
I think he might feel a little bit more comfortable. I don't know if you discussed it earlier, but I think he has a little bit of headwind standing on this side. So he can play his shots to the backcourt a little bit more freely.
That little block again. But it's so effective, isn't it? Because when he comes forward, Taufik Hidayat, racket arm outstretched, is always trying to address the shuttle as early as possible. I suppose the question mark in my mind is whether he can keep this sort of intensity going for the whole duration of the match, Baxter.
Yeah, I think you're right. Concern is that they might sneak in some unforced errors.
Mistimed that one.
Service over. 3-5.
It's just incredible. What is it about that backhand? Is it timing or technique, or perhaps a combination of both?
Yeah, I think it's a combination, and also I think he's very, very strong in his lower arm.
Yeah, his forearm. Brilliant.
We saw that shot where Carl was under pressure here, where he was to use his backhand, and he wasn't able to get it as far back as he would have liked to. Not that shot there, 2 shots before. And when Taufik is making these shots, they just go 1 meter short of the opponent's baseline.
Yeah.
Service over. 6-5.
Oh my goodness me.
Too steep.
7-5.
Yeah, looks up at the lights. Of course, Indonesian men's team didn't play yesterday. It's their first outing at the Thomas Cup finals. They'll play, of course, tomorrow. Play against China. Now, Baxter doesn't like the call. I have to say I have a bit of sympathy with him on that. Oh, there's no question of that one.
7-all.
Two quick points for Taufik here, and it seems to me like C.Baxter's still thinking about that line call. He needs to get back in the game now.
Oh my goodness. Superb. What a rally. Well, it was almost as if T.Hidayat was toying with his opponent in that rally.
7.
Pushing him to the back, bringing him forward, making him twist and turn. Down, but not out. Nice little touch at the end there from Hidayat.
Thank you.
Recognizing the fight of his opponent.
4 straight points. From 5-7 down. 9-7 up.
Nine, 7, play.
not sure Baxter was convinced by the call.
He sort of lost his composure a little bit after that line call at 5-7.
Yeah, because T.Hidayat now on a run of 6 straight points into the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage.
Next time you come here and it's slightly high, then you come and shoulder spin, and then you jab it down to his forehand. Yeah, the wrist is gone in, so you can hit it hard down this way. Okay? Yeah, from the forehand, or even from backhand, bam, down to that corner. Keep using that forehand corner. Maybe not on the first lift, but definitely doing the rally. Okay? Yeah? Come on. Come on.
20 seconds.
Well, giving tactical advice initially, Kenneth Jonassen. But I wonder, as they turned and walked away from the kit boxes at the side of the court, whether he was giving them a little bit of personal advice as well.
Play.
When you know that your player has just lost their concentration, been affected by a dubious line call, what they believe is a dubious line call, you have to settle them down somehow as a coach, don't you?
Yeah, and get them focused again. And I think it was great advice from Kenneth here to focus a little bit on targeting the deep forehand corner of Taufik.
12-7.
Actually, Baxter played a very good part of the first, of the second game here. So to try to get back to that style, not focusing that much on who gets the points, but how you play.
Yeah, that was his confidence, the world of good. And that run of 7 straight points may have taken its toll.
And it was suddenly Baxter toying with Taufik.
Yeah.
I like that play back from Baxter. Oh, actually right in the eye of Taufik. But he's taking his chances again now, so that's great.
Yeah, I think that, you know, as a player, I can remember times when I was losing matches and, you know, you come to a stage where you say, well, if I'm going to continue playing like this, I'm going to lose anyway. So might as well throw some caution to the wind, go for the half chances and see what happens.
See if there's something that suddenly works that you weren't aware of in the beginning.
Service over. 13-9. Service over. 10-13.
Oh, my word. Goodness me, that was a good smash.
Service over.
254.
14-10.
It's just over 155 miles per hour. It's terrific, isn't it?
Very good variation on his shots. It's not impossible to tell where it's going to come.
I think this is such a good point, because I think that distinguishes the great players and the champion players from the contenders. You know, that I've been watching Lindan, Lee Chong-wei, Taufik Hidayat for years now, and I still can't tell. Most players have a telltale sign, and you can tell when they're going cross-court, when they're going to go straight. But with these great players, I still can't see it.
No, that's, of course, what makes them so great.
Yeah.
Service over. 16.
Some kind of sense as well, when are the opponents going to go for the straight smash, for instance, and then suddenly put it across instead.
Yeah.
17. 11.
6-point cushion now for Taufik Hidayat.
Service over. 12. 17.
There's the disguise again, that touch that you've been talking about all match, Steve.
Service over.
Actually, I'm already looking forward to tomorrow's match, where we're going to see Taufik against China, so hopefully he will be selected to the team, so we can see him against Chen Long.
Thank you, players. Thank you. Wait, please. Play.
Two points away now.
19.
Been taking the match, and Indonesia's second point in the overall tie. Oh, that's loose backhand. But in the end, good defence.
Service over. 13. 19.
Oh, great judgment.
Service
That's a drop
over.
long.
20. Match
And
point.
therefore 7 match
13.
points
3号场即将进行
opportunities.
汉斯杯第一组第5场的比赛。俄罗斯队伊夫金尼和伊米恩、加尔基普列夫对阵新西兰队詹姆斯森、麦克沃克。
Service
We will
over.
have the fifth
14.
match of Thomas Cup
20.
Group B men's doubles in quarter 3. Representing Russia, Evgeny Trevin, Sergei Gulyev. Representing New Zealand, James Houston, Michael Gold.
15. 20.
Well, well, well.
16.
Can we think the
20.
unthinkable?
It's hard. But for Baxter, every rally could be his last.
Yeah.
So there's no need holding anything back.
Game.
This time. And the disappointment's obvious for C.Baxter. Finishes his international career with a defeat, but it's a defeat to one of the all-time greats. Taufik Hidayat, former world and Olympic champion, acknowledges the crowd, but a comprehensive performance from the Indonesian. 21-12, 21-16, the margin of his victory. 35 minutes The final error on the backhand. So Indonesia take the second men's singles and take a 2-1 lead now over England in the overall tie. Well, more overhead winners really been the key to that.